Okay, so let's go over the practice problems and let's look at first the word problems. So number 1, there are 3 referees for every 16 players. Write and solve a proportion that gives the number of referees R for 128 players. So when I set up my proportions, I put the referees on the top and then I put the players on the bottom. And so I have 3 over 16 equals R, because we don't know how many referees yet, for 128 players. Once you cross multiply, 3 times 128 gives you 384, and 16 times R gives us 16R. We divide by 16 on the right to get R by itself, and those cancel, leaving us with just our variable R, and then 384 divided by 16 gives us 24. So we know that we need 24 referees for 128 players. Number 2, you need 3 tickets for 1 go-kart ride. You want to go on 5 go-kart rides. Write and solve a proportion to find the number of tickets, T, needed. So we have 3 tickets, so I put tickets on top on both proportions. If you don't, then that's not a proportion. So 3 over 1 equals however many tickets we will need for 5 rides. When we cross multiply, because 3 over 1 is our unit rate, it just gives us our answer of 15 tickets, because 3 times 5 is 15. So we need 15 tickets to ride 5 go-kart rides. All right, number 3, you read 312 pages in 4 hours of your favorite book. Write and solve a proportion that gives the number of hours, H, it took to read 468 pages. So on top, I put the number of pages over the number of hours. As long as you put the same on each one, it doesn't matter. You could have done hours on top and pages on bottom. You'll get the same answer when you cross multiply. And that's because no matter what, when you're cross multiplying, the same numbers have to be multiplied. You just have to make sure that whatever you do on one of your fractions, you do on the other fraction as well. So if I put hours on top on the first one, then hours needs to be on top on the second one. So 4 times 468 gives me 1,872 pages. And then 312 times H gives me 312H. Divide by 312 on both sides and you get 6 hours. So you find out that it'll take 6 hours to read 468 pages. On number 4, we have a table, and so again, it doesn't matter how you write your proportions. You could have put 15 on top. So you could have done inches on top and years on bottom. Or you could have done years on top and inches on bottom. Either way, you'll see that you still multiply the 15 times the 3 and the 4 times the x. So 4x equals 45 once you cross multiply, divide by 4 on both sides, and our 4's cancel, leaving us with just our x. And then 45 divided by 4 gives us 11 and 25 hundredths.